Hey, this is Eric Brickus from Solrfy. Happy New Year's 2025, an incredible year. How do you make sure that you don't get screwed, you don't get ripped off by the pirate ships, by the pirate solar companies who are there to steal your booty? The pirates come in. Beautiful city of Canas Viejas, like a tourist pirate thing. How do you make sure you don't get screwed over with solar companies who are literal pirates? Overpricing, overselling, getting you completely annihilated, screwed over with overpriced system, promising you a certain amount of energy production on a system. You find out, right? They'll shrivel up bills, right? You probably heard a neighbor, a friend, or someone say, man, solar companies, solar is a scam. You get a quote and everything, they install the system, they promise you a minimum bill, and then when it's finally hooked up, PTO'd, ready to go, and you finally get those first couple of months bills, well, guess what? Many cases, if it's an unethical solar companies, and most of the people that I've been reaching out to, I've been giving them add-ons because they were lied about the system that they were sold to. They were basically undersized, and they weren't given the correct amount of solar panels that their home truly needed based on their 12-month energy usage, right, that they're renting from the utility company. So I'm gonna give you a couple of tips here, and please take a couple of notes before actually signing on the dotted line and going solar. Right? I'm gonna give you a couple of tips to stay away from the pirates so you don't get screwed over and you get the true best dollar value for your solar system. Number one, please do research about the company, because I always ask homeowners, well, do you like playing the lottery? Right? When I'm competing with mom and pops, companies with horrible balance sheets, right? Statistically, most solar companies go out of business, and not even just the small ones. We've seen companies like ADT Solar. I used to work for their company that they acquired called SunPro. And the moment that they acquired it, based on how they were managing their clients, I was like, yep, this company's going out of business. Lo and behold, they declared that they're leaving the solar industry. SunPower went out of business all in the same year. Lumio, very large nationwide companies, right? But that was a whole different level of fiasco. End of the day is you want to research about the company if they're going to be in business in 25 years to even be able to cover the warranties. Oh, but I'm getting a third-party provider, right? Like Solar Insure, it's a solar insurance warranty on parts, labor, and repair fee for 30 years. But even so, it's limited, because if your company goes out of business, you're still gonna have issues. You're still gonna have to reconnect it with another installer, and that's gonna cost you money. So number one, look at the balance sheet. Look at the financials of the company that you're gonna go with, number one. And that's why I chose the one that I'm with. That's one of the main reasons is it's one of the healthiest, I would say the healthiest solar company in the US that I would trust to put my name on the line to recommend to my clients that I love very much, and I want them to be happy because, well, most of my business comes from referrals anyways, right? So number one, stay away from the pirates, make sure that they're gonna stay in business. Number two is make sure that you know how to read your energy bill. If you don't know how to read your bill, you might get lied to. Like a lot of companies will tell you, oh, you really don't need that much, you don't need that many panels. This amount of panels will guarantee you'll get the minimum bill if you're with net metering, right? Some places, California and other places, depending on the state that you're in, they don't have net metering. Then you would want to get a battery, because you don't want to put any excess energy production from the solar system into the grid, because it's basically at avoided cost. You want to have a battery in that case that you're with the utility company that will not honor you and will not pay you back or give you in the form of credit any energy that you throw back to the grid. So that's a whole different situation. So you want to make sure that the production that they're claiming with the solar system is accurate, because they will also, in the proposal, they'll lie to you, right? The pirates will lie to you and they'll say, well, yeah, this 10 kilowatt system with 25, 26 panels, depending on the wattage of the panel, is going to produce 20,000 kilowatt hours a year, and not in a million years, or 30,000 kilowatt hours. I've seen it so many times, like, look, not even a ground-mounted system with this amount of panels would produce. Like, what are you talking about? So make sure that the production is accurate, and that's why you want to also compare and do your own research about that. And also make sure that what they're claiming that you consume, that you double-check your bill. If you're in FP&L, Florida Power and Light, you go to inside, because it's not good to check your bill. Go to View Billing and Payment History. It'll give you the exact kilowatt hour per month. If you're Duke, it will give you in the actual statement with perfect accuracy. Depending on the utility company, find out how much you're actually consuming, how much you're renting from the utility company on a 12-month basis, right? So then when you compare with what they're putting as a production right? Energy production from the solar system they're giving you in the contract, that you make sure that that production, if they're promising you a minimum bill at a net metering utility company, and hopefully you're with that, hopefully not, doesn't matter, it's still definitely worth going solar, make sure that it's matching. So then if they're saying that you have a minimum bill, for example, but the true production that they're giving you for the solar system is going to produce 15,000 kilowatt hours a year, but you double check in your energy bill with your utility company, and it says actually you need 28,000. Well, guess what? That system is undersized by, let's say, 30 and 30,000 is your usage, and they're giving you 15,000 production. Well, guess what? You're still going to have half of your bill plus whatever the solar payment is, and that's why so many people get screwed. So many people get bamboozled by the pirate solar companies because they're lied to their faces. So you do that homework, you do that research, and that's the checklist that I definitely recommend you do yourself. Is you check the usage that you have relative to the production that they're claiming that your system is going to give. Number 3, always make sure that just like there's Priuses and Ferraris, right? Or like 2006 Prius and a brand new Cybertruck, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, is there are better quality and lower quality panels. And not only just the brand, and you want to look at the degradation and the modular. Degradation is how much it loses its efficiency over the years. The standard panel is around 0.5% a year. It loses efficiency. So usually after 25 years, it's still producing the solar system 85 to 86% of its initial performance. So those are a couple of things that you want to make sure they're not giving you garbage panels, right? That are going to do like 0.8, 0.9%. And also verify if it's the new model, because a lot of people are giving you old, beat up, back of the warehouses. Nobody wants some solar panels because it's cheaper, so they make more money, but you end up getting a really good deal, but it turns out it's not really a good deal because they're giving you really outdated systems, right? Either the solar panels or the inverters or the microinverters, depending if it's Enphase or Solar Edge, that's what's going to convert the DC to AC, the solar energy to home energy, how you convert it for your home energy needs, right? So make sure that they're giving you higher equality, especially if you're going apples to apples. Make sure that if a competitor is giving you something, make sure that you compare that with everyone else to make sure that you're actually getting something that's worthwhile and not beat up. So that's another thing that I recommend. Obviously the price, APR, interest rates, and also, the finance part, we ask a whole series of questions to see what's better for the homeowner specifically, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. Some homeowners might want to sell their property earlier relative to other ones who want to keep it forever, either you're going to live in it or rent it, but it's a whole different subject. So those are a couple of the main things that I would say. I'm keeping it very short and simple. Watch out for those things. Also, beware of claims. This is super important. Beware of claims from shady solar companies, from shady sales reps who are going to tell you everything verbally, but not on paper. Every time they promise you something, make sure you get that in writing. Oh, if it can't be in a contract, make sure you get the sales rep or the manager or whoever to send you a written email with everything they're promising you. One of the classic things that I see them lying about every single time is, well, what happens if my insurance company calls me and I have to remove, get my roof changed, right? Because if you have an asphalt shingle roof, depending on the state, after 15 years, if it's a 15-year-old asphalt shingle roof, the insurance company will call you and say, hey, you know what? You got to replace that or we'll cancel your policy. And if you have a mortgage, you're kind of screwed, because then there's a bunch of penalties and fees and a bunch of, a whole can of worms there. So a lot of them lie saying, well, yeah. And then you ask them, oh, yeah, what happens if I have to get the roof replaced? Do you guys cover the removal of the solar panels? Most of them will say verbally, yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about that. We'll cover the panels. But if it's not in writing, you're screwed. And usually it can cost anywhere from $7,000, depending on the size of the system and state, all the way up to $20,000, $25,000, depending on the size of the system. So really be careful. If they're promising you anything, make sure you have that in writing, because when you have to eventually change your roof, you'll call the solar company, hey, you guys said that you guys would remove the panels for free. It's included in the price. And they say, do you have that in writing? And you're going to say, actually, the sales rep told me that, right? And then they're going to say, oh, we can't base off of what the sales rep says. We need to have it in writing. And then you're screwed a couple of $1,000s. That's one thing that they lie about. Another thing that they lie about, very classic, you got to watch out for, is relative to the federal solar tax credit, which you can find out more on Form 5695, straight from the IRS website. And they say, hey, There's a government incentive, federal, state, they'll lie through their teeth and they'll say, it's a guaranteed check. So whatever your solar system costs, 30% of that, the government's gonna send you a check for that. It's a rebate. And it's not a rebate. It's not a guaranteed check. It's a tax deduction of your existing tax liabilities. In other words, if you don't have actual taxes to deduct from, if you're not actually gonna be paying all those taxes, well, guess what? You're gonna be screwed on that because you're not gonna get the tax credit because you're not eligible because you don't have all that tax credit, and you have a limit to 5 years to be able to claim to deduct that. Some people just don't have enough income for tax liabilities for that. And especially if you're getting a solar loan, after month 16 to 18, if you don't claim that full tax credit back from your deductions, in other words, if you don't even have deductions to claim from, guess what? Well, whatever their solar payment that they give you initially, let's say it's like $150 a month, they're gonna re-amortize or de-amortize, right? So now your payment's gonna go an extra 80, $150 a month. And then you're gonna be really mad, right? And then you call the solar, oh, you promised me this. Do you have that in writing, sir? Sir, do you have that in writing? And you're gonna be like, no, I do not have that in writing, bro. And then you're gonna get screwed again by the pirates. And they're just ready to ship sail to get more booty, get more victims. Don't be the victim, be the winner. Watch out. So I would say, anything that they promise you, make sure you have it in writing. Oh, what about the insurance you cover? Oh, we cover everything. Get everything you can in writing. Every single client that I work with, if it's not in the agreement, I'll put it in writing. I send every single email that I work with, everything that we agreed upon, everything that we discussed, the most relevant topics and promises, I give them a written confirmation because I'm ethical and I care about people, and that's how you should be doing business. That's the correct way, not the shady way, shoe salesman, Kool-Aid drinking, shoe sales rep way. Stay away from those. Stay away from the pirates. So those are, I think I gave you the most important key elements there. Yep, I think I covered the majority of what I wanted to go over to make sure that you're not gonna get screwed by solar company pirates out for your booty, out to scam you tens of thousands of dollars. Just so you know, I have clients that I've saved with the company I'm with. It's called Powur PBC. You can actually book a 5-minute call. I'll give you my direct phone number in the description of this video if you're interested. In Powur PBC, in some cases, I have been able to offer over $26,000 less for the same exact equipment. That's how some solar companies, that's how crazy some of them are. For the same exact equipment, same amount of batteries, same amount of solar panels, inverters, better warranties instead of the 25 parts and labor, 10 years work penetration, 30 years everything. For $26,000 less, and a much better company with much better customer service. That company went out of business. $26,000 difference. That's the extreme cases. Usually when it comes to batteries and stuff like that. Just so you know. Just so you know. So please, this isn't a pack of gum you're buying. Do your research. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope this somehow helped you. If you're interested in going solar, you can't go wrong with going solar. It's a no-brainer going solar, but you can go wrong choosing the wrong solar company. They're out for your treasure. They're out for your booty. They're out to rob you. Solar pirates. They're out to get you. So I'm here as a fiduciary responsibility for my passion and what I do. Kavit emptor, right? Buyer beware. I'm just giving you all of the main facts and tips to observe whenever shopping for solar. If you want to go solar with me, I guarantee you I work with the best company because I've been solar over 5 years. I've worked for several different companies, so I have a lot of experience when it comes to which is the best company overall for customers. I tested all the top ones, even the ones that went out of business when I left before they went out of business. Thank God I wasn't working for any out of business because I actually had really good intuition about that. So yeah, I've been around the block in the solar industry, right? The blockchain, the solar grid. I know what is good and what is bad. So if you want to get no commitment solar quote, all it takes is 5 minutes. And then, you're going to call me, oh, I got to think about it. And I'm going to say, of course you need to think about it because I haven't given you enough information not to think about it. You don't have information for you not to think about. So basically, I'm going to give you the facts and numbers. 5 minutes is all it takes. All I need from you is your utility bill so we can submit it to our engineers. Our engineers is going to give you a customized solar design based on your house. I'm going to tell you straight up if you're eligible or not, if your home is good for solar or not. I'll be straight up. Sometimes I'll tell clients, look, you're just not in a good situation for whatever ABC reason. And that's another thing that I believe down the line, it pays more results, more fruits and homage. Because when you're truthful with people, even like I'm denying someone from going solar with me because I know it's not going to be the best fit for them. Oh, I'm going to sell my house next month. Well, why are you going solar next month? Maybe in like 2 or 3 years or whatever, but like doesn't make any sense. It's going to be one more obstacle for you to sell the property, whatever the case may be. Like, look, your roof is really bad, whatever it is, you know. Based on your credit, it's better to do this and that. Hold off till you get another property, improve your credit so you can get better rates or whatever it is. I tell people, and down the line, you know, they reach out to me and say, hey, Eric, now I'm ready to go. So I can't count how many people actually reach out to me later because I was real to them and I denied them to go solar. Everyone else is saying, yeah, it's a great moment to go solar. Solar is perfect. I'll tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. The exact truth about solar. So if you're interested, 5-minute calls, all it takes is a link. There's also a website from powur.com with my name on it. And that way it can be just you and me. Have some time because it's the New Year's and we're starting to book appointments. The year has already started, so make sure you book the appointments. And I'm not a sales rep, I'm an educator. Call me the solar doctor, right? The solar doctor, the advisor. Not gonna be there to sell you something, I'm just gonna be to advise. If it's information and you're in a situation that it's advantageous, I'm gonna give you that information for you to think about and then make your decision in an informed way. God bless you. Hope it's well. Like hit that like button, smash that like button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Go around, subscribe to my YouTube channel, see the other videos. I have a lot of great content, a lot of new content is going to be posted there. And share it to someone who's considering going solar that you might think, hey, this person actually is already getting a solar quote. I actually recommended this person, but now I'm worried for this person. Share this video to that person who you might recommend. And by the way, if you have somebody who wants to go solar that you might know that want to go solar, refer them to us. There's actually an ambassador portal where we can get connected. Just send me the contact and email. I'll register you and you'll get $1,000 directly from Powur PBC. So that's awesome. You get $1,000 per referral. If that's something that you're also already doing, make sure that they get other quotes. Make sure that they're doing the best decision. You know, it's not a pack of gum. This is in fact anywhere from a 30,000 to in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, 130,000 if it's a massive system with batteries, depending on the state specifically. So, you know, help people out. Help me, help you, help them go solar the right way. So all that good stuff, and hit that notification bell for the next videos that we're going to be popping up. And God bless you. See you in the next video. Take care and Happy New Year's.